right, thanks for joining me. Name's Jamie, aka Fit Ragamuffin. I'm gonna show you a 10-minute routine that you can do stretching-wise at your desk. We're gonna do each stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds, switching if needed. And remember with stretching, you should feel kind of uncomfortable. No pain with stretching, but a kind of a little bit of a discomfort, a stretch. More so as we're getting into it. As much time as we spend right here hunched on our desks, either driving or sitting, maybe carrying our kids, a lot of the times all of our muscles can get real tense. Here's a quick 10-minute desk stretching routine that you can complete. I like having a chair that I can grab onto the side for if I need it. Other than that, let's get started. All right, so what we're gonna do with this first stretch is we're going to grab one side of the chair, so either over here or on this side. If not, you can put elbow behind. Grab the crown of the head and breathe into that stretch. Thinking about stretching all the way down the whole side of the neck. Breathing, thinking about grasping that bottom of the chair. Breathing into the stretch, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming out of it, we're going to grab the other side of the chair and come into the other side neck stretch, grabbing the crown of the head on that side. In through the nose, out through the mouth, breathing. And exhaling, really breathing through that stretch. Remember, a little uncomfortable feeling. All right, the next one we're going to do is called a pocket stretch. So I'm going to look towards the opposite side of my pocket, grab onto the chair again, and grab the diagonal, or kind of the back of my head. So not necessarily the side, but the back, and just a slight pressure and pull down. So you should feel a stretch in kind of this area, more towards your back, neck, the back of your neck, excuse me. Breathing, 2, and 1. We're gonna switch coming into the other side, grabbing that chair again, and grabbing the top of the head again, producing some light pressure on the back of the head so that you get that stretch all throughout the back of the neck. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Five more seconds. And then we are going to come to some neck rolls. So shoulders stay back, and we're going to be rolling, thinking about the head touching, the back of the head touching that upper back and chin to chest. I like to alternate sides, so coming maybe one rotation from right to left, counterclockwise, and then one rotation from left to right, clockwise. If that was incorrect, that's probably the case, but that's me. Good. Opening up the chest. We're going to start getting into the chest and doing shoulder rolls. So again, we're going to start by coming up and back. Breathing. And then we're going to come forward. It's a weird way to roll your shoulders. May seem awkward. Coming forward, stretching out the chest. 5 seconds. And 1. The next one we're going to work on is a tricep stretch. So grabbing up overhead, grabbing that elbow, increasing that stretch by stretching that back arm back. Breathing. Make sure that upper body stays nice and high. As you come into that stretch, breathing into that stretch. If you want to accentuate it a little bit, you can get that fascia area, the fascia that connects every part of our surrounds our muscles and I kind of like to do a little bit of a side bend. So switching into that other side. Get that stretch in that tricep. Other hand is bending back. And again, if you want to do that slight side bend, you can just kind of increase that stretch a little bit, bending to the side, breathing into that stretch, thinking about breathing into that tricep, into that lat, and side bend. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to come into a shoulder cross stretch. So right arm comes over. I like to grab the elbow and apply some pressure so that I'm stretching that deltoid. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe I'll rotate or side bend my head, my neck a little bit. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Wiggling that wrist, opening up, bending. 2 and 1. Coming out and crossing. So grabbing that other elbow. Again, I like this to add the addition of rotating my wrist back and forth, all different directions. Cross body stretch. In through the nose, out through the mouth. You can even come like a gas pedal too with your hands up and down, flexion, extension. 3, 2, and 1. The next one we're going to do is a rotational stretch. So we're going to elongate our spine and come into a rotation. With each breath, I like to breathe in, try to elongate, and then rotate. I like being in a rolly chair for this because I can kind of manipulate the chair a little bit to do a little bit more of a rotation. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And slowly coming out of it, up nice and high, rotating towards that other side. Trying to place my hands in the same place I did on the other side. Breathing again up and elongate. And when I breathe out, I try to rotate just a little bit more around that spine. 10 more seconds, breathe in. And rotate. All right, we're going to come into a chest stretch. So we're going to squeeze back here. You can clasp hands, open up, squeezing those shoulder blades together, and breathing out. You see how much I had my shoulders up. I try to bring my shoulders down actively and then puff out that chest. 10 seconds. Breathing. All right, we're going to come into a hip flexor stretch, a hamstring stretch. Both feet down, hinging at the hip, making sure that you're not rounding your back, you're hinging at the hip forward. Again, breathing up. Oh man, tight back there. And coming down. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Now we're going to come, maybe you need a support on the floor. We're going to come bring your knee down into a hamstring stretch. If you need to, put some padding on that knee, on that bottom knee, and you're squeezing that back glute. From the side, I am in this position, squeezing the glute. So I'm not coming forward like this. I'm right here, squeezing. 2 and 1. You can stay on that same side. Bring that other foot up, and again, squeeze that glute of that leg that's back. Upper body stays nice and high. And breathing. If you want to come forward a little bit, hinge forward, you can. I don't mind just being right here. I'm getting a good stretch in that hip flexor right here. That knee locked down. 2 and 1. We're going to come back to the chair and do some ankle circles. So, starting with the right foot, rotating counterclockwise, clockwise. You don't have to start with the right foot. You can start with whatever foot you want. Maybe some gas pedals. And now we'll open it up to the other side. Again, counterclockwise, just getting some blood flowing in there. All over. And all right, the last one we're going to do is deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Shoulders back. Deep breath in. I always sound like such a weirdo when I breathe, whatever. Breathing out. Couple more. And out. In through the nose. And out. Well, that was the stretching for today, the desk stretches, 10-minute, quick, easy. Hopefully that got you limbered up a little bit. Something that you can do just real easy at your desk to get you warmed up for the rest of your day, energized for the rest of your day. Thank you for joining me.